So you get a big display that's HD, you get metal on the back, 12 megapixel camera, lots of goodies here for a relatively inexpensive price. Compare that to like $600 or $700 for the Galaxy Note 2 or the Optimus G Pro. Now let's talk specs pretty briefly here. 1.2 gigahertz quad-core CPU in this device. You've got a 5.7-inch HD display, 720 by 1280. So it's not quite 1080p, but still sacrifices have to be made to keep that price point cheap. So it's 720p and it's 5.7 inches. Total of 258 pixels per inch. It's a little low on the pixels per inch count, but again, keep in mind what this device is doing to the market. 1 gigabyte of RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, 12 megapixel camera on the back with 1080p HD video. All this thing has a nice weight to it. It feels good. And again, it's a big device. So for those people that want the bigger screen for content creation, be it browsing YouTube, listening to music, watching TV on your phone, whatever the case may be, just browsing the web even, this is going to be a nice option to consider. Now, so really specs-wise, quad-core processor here. Yes, it only has 1 gigabyte of RAM, but really it's a nice device all around, and it's packing Android 4.2 Jelly Bean with some minor customizations. You're going to immediately see them out of the box. You're going to notice that the icons are different here, backup and restore, camera, cell broadcast. This is a dual SIM device as well. You've got SIM card slots here behind the camera. And I should point out it's mini SIM. All the stuff you see here, contacts, slight changes there. You'll notice that the colors are different as well. They've offered some personalization choices here as part of their package, and we'll go into settings briefly and take a look at those. So you can see my colors changed. I can go into display, and I have scenes to choose from, so I can create a work and a personal scene and set those scenes as I see fit. Theme as well, I've got default mint, mocha, or raspberry. Green's my favorite color, although my fiance says blue is actually my favorite color, but we'll keep that argument for a later date. Wallpaper, of course, you've got some nice options, and my personal favorite, the battery life indicator up here in the top right-hand corner. Now, design-wise, really a nice device. It fits well in the hand, too. It's got curved edges over here, power button on the right side, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack up top. You've got your micro USB charging port at the bottom and a volume rocker over here left side, but really fits well in the hand. It's a big device. Don't get me wrong. I can't make it all the way across, or maybe I can. I haven't tried. Yeah, I guess I can barely make it all the way across. But the travel here, it is a bigger device. It feels bigger in the hand to me, definitely than the LG Optimus G Pro, and perhaps just slightly larger than the Galaxy Note 2. So compare that size-wise to what you're going to get from some of the more established players on the market. But again, like these color changes, you've got some custom widgets as well, 3D live wallpaper. You've got all the Google stuff here. Let's see what else we get. Home screen tips, yada yada, all the stuff we know. Weather as well. This is a cool little weather widget. Let's go ahead and install this somewhere on one of the home screens, which it looks like I already had it, which did not realize. Let's go over here. Had it on one of the home screens already, so I can tap to add a city. And let's see, maybe, yeah, there we go. Weather service, temperature units, Fahrenheit, cities, and boom, there you go. With some temperatures. Actually supposed to be pretty hot today, so comparatively speaking. It's been in the hundreds all week. Not that you really care. I don't know why I'm telling you this on video, but we'll show the wallpapers as well. Really impressed with just some of the little touches of this device. I'm a big wallpaper junkie. I like some good wallpapers out of the box, and there's like 30 to choose from, or 26 or something like that. So some beautiful ones here that really maximize the 720p HD display, including these that make me feel like I really want to be on vacation, but I'm not on vacation, and that makes me sad. And then there are also some kind of creepy baby ones too, which I thought, I don't know that, I mean, it's a cute kid. I just don't know how I would set my wallpaper to this, but I'm going to set my wallpaper to this for the rest of the video so it genuinely freaks you out on camera. You know, guys, I'm full of jokes and it's Friday. Let's have some fun. Messaging in here as well. We'll go ahead and jump into messaging and I'll show you what that looks like. You've got the ability to click here and add pictures, videos, and then you've got some emoticons as well. So again, not a stock version of Android 4.2. I want to really hammer that home. You're not getting a completely clean version, but what you are getting is some nice customizations. And even on the personalization front, it competes with LG and with Samsung. So we'll see how the keyboard works. Stock Google keyboard there. We'll load up the browser also so we can take a look at it. Loads quickly. I've got the option to go through my different pages here. I've got the option to bookmark it, which of course I would bookmark phone back. And then of course the typical Google stuff down here, including save to bookmarks and save for later and all of that jazz. So camera here, 12 megapixel camera as well. And again, I'm trying to compare this to the HTC One, for example, size-wise. You can see kind of a difference there. Compare it to the Galaxy S4 Zoom, which I just unboxed. You can see the size difference there. And let's see, compare it to my coffee mug, which you can see, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm full of bad jokes today. Okay, let's go in here and we'll take a look. And it's doing this little demo. Let's go ahead and, yes, I know how to zoom in and out. Thank you. And then I've got the HDR option down here, do not move device during HDR capturing. I've got this face, I've got panorama, I've got multi-angle view image. Let's take a look at this. Multi-angle view image. Now if I move it towards the right, and actually, you know what, let's go ahead and throw a device in here. I'll throw in the Galaxy S4 Zoom since it's the camera-centric device that I've got. Let's go ahead and cancel that out. And we'll restart this because I want to see how this performs. Actually, I have not done this yet. So we'll start it now, and then we'll move it over. And let's see how it looks right there. Let's have a look. I don't know what the, oh, there we go, perfect. And then from there I can see, that's really cool. And then from there, and granted the image quality looks a little bit rough there, but perhaps I was holding it the wrong way, not to pull a Steve Jobs. But over here, I've got some other options as well. Facial modes, and then I've got GPS location info, white balance, image properties, I've got zero shutter delay, all this good stuff as well. So really it's a functional camera, 12 megapixels, and again, I just can't hammer home enough the price point here. Really nice price point, $200 when this thing is launched. So be on the lookout, just Google it if you have any questions as to where you can get it. So overall, really impressed with this device. I like it a lot, and I'm really impressed with the price point, what you get for the price, and there are sacrifices. You only get 1 gigabyte of RAM instead of 2 gigabytes of RAM, and you can see that every now and again it kind of stutters and kind of lags, but you know what, real time, we should go ahead and do a quadrant standard test, speaking of. Since I don't have a SIM card in, we'll go ahead and do a quadrant standard test. I'll download this right now, and we'll do it live on camera. But, you know, overall, keeping in mind what you're getting here and keeping that all in mind and grounded, $290. This is loading up right now. We'll take a look at quadrant standard and see how it performs, and we'll go through this. Overall battery life, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to test battery life. The battery in this phone is a 2,600 milliamp hour battery, so right on par with the Galaxy S4's battery. Bigger display here, only 720p. I expect it to be pretty decent, but I'll let you know. I'll update you on those battery numbers. And again, if you're just tuning into this, this is a pre-production unit, so some of these numbers, some of these things may change as this device hits the retail market and gets retail availability. So here we go, loading up in quadrant standard, doing the little DNA sequence, and let's see how this performs. And I should have pointed out as well, you got menu, home, and back down here at the bottom. So boom, benchmark result again in my nice little mint color. And you can see it is 3,964. So you do take a hit in quadrant standardizations down here, as you can see. So Blue's done a nice little job of making this device personable, allowing you to customize it, but still keeping some of the nice benefits of stock Android 4.2 intact.